Hey guys, I got a new video for you today, and we're going to be taking a look at a new pair of Knockaround sunglasses I recently picked up. Now, it's been some time since I picked up a pair of Knockaround. If you guys don't know, this is a brand that comes out with a lot of different styles, but they always do like limited editions or special releases and stuff like that, and they tend to do a really awesome job in my opinion, especially if you're a collector and you like to display your sunglasses. These are probably one of the best display sunglasses because of the frames, the bag that they come with, and all the little extras that Knockaround throws in makes for a really good display. So this particular one, I'll show you guys here, is a limited edition Fort Knox, and that's the model. That's actually one of my favorite models from Knockaround, and this one is called the Knock 'em Dead. And that's actually a little bit of a play because these are zombie themed sunglasses. So before we get to look at the sunglasses, I want to show you guys a couple little extras that came with it. So first is this little card here. It looks really cool. It just has kind of like a bunch of zombie hands reaching out, but they make it, you know, kind of like this lenticular look to it. You know, it kind of shines. It's got a gloss finish to it, which is interesting because you don't really equate zombies with glossiness and stuff like that. But this is actually the card that tells you what number, because these are not serialized, but numbered out of 3,000. So they only made 3,000 pairs of these. So mine is number 70. I was pretty surprised at such a low number, but I knew when these came out, I wanted to pick them up. I'm really big into zombies and stuff like that, and I love Knockaround's, you know, what they do with their sunglasses. So I decided to pick them up. So I got in there really early, and I got number 70. Again, this is the Knock 'em Dead style. And they also threw in this sticker, which is really cool. So again, it's Knockaround, and then it goes with this particular pair because of the zombies. So you have this kind of skull here with some of the brains sticking out, and then it's wearing what I would assume is the actual sunglasses that are inside the box here. So that is really cool too. So thank you to Knockaround for throwing those in, because I think that is really cool. You know, it doesn't cost them any extra, or if it does, it's not enough to warrant hiking up the price, because these were $40. So 40 bucks for a pair of limited edition pair of glasses that I can wear or display. You know, I definitely can't be mad at that. So let's go ahead and take a look inside. Inside you have a little bit of paperwork here, and then you have the sunglasses themselves. These are in obviously a unique microfiber bag to them, and I like the fact that they didn't go with the same theme, that kind of green and pink hue to it with the microfiber bag. Again, going a little bit the extra mile, so they just went with this kind of biohazard symbol here. It says warning, zombie containment area. And on the back it has the same thing, and then it has their tag right here which says Knockaround. So that's pretty cool. And then we'll take a look at the sunglasses themselves, and here they are. So as you guys can see, they kind of followed that, I don't want to say neon green, this is more of what I would call maybe like a pastel green, and it kind of transitions into this blue rim at the bottom there. Really, really cool. And you have these pink lenses on there. So again, pink and zombies is not something that I would probably think of going together, but I like it. I like pink, I like zombies, so why not? As you open them up, you have these stems here, and then on the side you have pretty much what looks like chunks of flesh, I would say. This one's kind of like sewn up and stuff like that. Doesn't really scream zombie to me at first glance. Like if I were to see this and not know what they are, it doesn't really tell zombie. But you know, again, it's a cool play. Now the color right here is different than the color on the front here. Again, this is more of a frosted pastel color versus this is more of a laminated green here. And then you have the same thing on the opposite side here. And then on the inside, it's really cool because it's a clear, so it's almost like an acetate finish on here. So it's clear, and it does say Knock 'em Dead on the inside there. I don't know if you guys can make it out. Yeah, there it is. And you have some of this, almost like the color is spilling over on that side. And then you have it again on this side. It just doesn't say, oh, sorry. Just doesn't say Knock 'em Dead, but you have the spillage over there. And then last but not least, what they try and do is They make these unique by having, sometimes they'll have like extra etchings and stuff like that. So at the top of the lens there, I don't know if you guys can make it out, but it's got an etching of a brain. So it's like a top view of the brain. So that is really, really cool. And again, for what you're paying for these, $40 for a limited edition pair that is fully, I mean, it's customized all around, the lenses, the frame, you know, the etching and everything. You get a you know, specific microfiber bag that goes with it. You get a serial number card, and you even get a decal that goes along with it. The only thing that they didn't do with this box is customize the actual box itself. Sometimes they do that with some of their styles. You know, you'll get like a custom box that kind of matches it. But even then, you know, this is still a nice display box. So this would look really, really cool in a display case, in a display cabinet. You know, it does say limited edition there, so it's not like they're reusing one of the boxes from their regular styles or anything like that. Even the box is specific to the limited edition pairs. So I think it's really awesome. They do a really good job for $40, you know. And I did have, because I've purchased, you know, stuff from them before, I had some money that was saved up or something like that. You get points and stuff like that that I could redeem. And I think I had about $20 that I was able to redeem. So it was actually 20 bucks for this pair right here. You really can't beat it. So what I'll do now is I'll turn the camera on. I'll throw them on so you guys can see what they look like on me. One last thing I did want to note, and why this is one of my favorite styles from Knockaround, is because these do have spring hinges. So the hinges on these actually do spring out. So it makes them a lot more comfortable when you're wearing it, especially if you have a wider or more round face, because they're not going to be so tight on the side of your face there. So really, really, really cool looking pair. You do have the little lugs in the front right here on either side, and then it does have the word Knockaround spelled out. This particular one is in the silver, the word and the little lug. So I think it looks really cool. So let me go ahead and turn the camera on, throw these on so you guys can see what they look like on me. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and take a look at the this Knockarounds. Again, this is the Knock 'em Dead Fort Knox limited edition pair. You know, like I mentioned, I almost wish that there was a little bit more of that zombie theme kind of translated into the front of the frame. But, you know, you get what you get. It's a nice lightweight frame, so it's great to kind of wear as you're walking around, driving around and things like that. It is very flat, so it doesn't have a lot of a wrap. So you are going to get a little bit of light coming in from the sides right here. But, you know, this is a cool pair. You know, this is a pair that you throw on. It looks different. It's nice and vibrant, nice and bright. Especially those that kind of pink hue to the lenses. I think you know, pink and zombies is not something that you normally kind of equate with each other, so I really like the fact that they went with that. I love both colors, but you know, you can see the pink and the green kind of translated through the stems right there. So again, it's a nice frame, and again, for what what you're getting, all the little extra details that they threw in, I think it's really awesome. So you do have the spring hinge, which makes it very comfortable, especially if you want to throw them on top of your head. You know, maybe you're walking around inside or something like that, and then when you go to throw them back on, you know that those hinges are going to kind of spring out. So if you have a little bit wider face, it's going to be a little bit more comfortable for those folks. If not, it just kind of sits straight on like it does to me here. So really, really nice pair. Again, Knockaround always, and pardon the pun, knocks it out of the park in my opinion when it comes to providing you a great pair, obviously great looking for display purposes, which is kind of what I look for it, because the frame combined with the bag, combined with all the little extras, it looks really nice when you have it sitting in a display case or a shelf or something like that. But again, if you want to wear them out, you can, and you don't have to worry about breaking the bank because they are very, very affordable. So again, this was a look at the new Knock 'em Dead limited edition frame from Knockaround Sunglasses. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Thanks.